there. Oh, see, me and my mom, we don't talk anymore. We haven't spoken for like almost 2 months, actually over 2 months now. So I think that, like, as we start to grow and get, like, more listeners and stuff, I think I'd have to, like, hire someone to pretend to be my mom. And then I could get her to say all kinds of crazy stuff like, yeah, I had Grey Goose while I was pregnant with you. I drank a bottle a day. Like, that explains an awful lot. I came out with DTs and freaking I was in kindergarten with freaking all the other kids had like apple juice in their thermoses, and me, I had a screwdriver. And it was an actual screwdriver. It wasn't the drink. It was an actual screwdriver.
Makes a lot of sense. I couldn't swallow it. It hurt.
I tried to swallow and it couldn't go down. Mom said, well, hey, you're not going anywhere in this world if you can't deep throat a screwdriver. Oh. Maybe that's what's going on with Janice Dickinson. She lost the gag reflex to take down the screwdriver. So now it's Bill Cosby's fault. You know what? What if Bill Cosby did have sex with her and like got her pregnant, and now she's like mad? I mean, you gotta wonder.
Somewhere along the line. See, this is the whole thing. These accusations aren't new. These are all old cases. It's not like Bill Cosby a week ago decided to rape a new person.
Yeah.
And there were never any charges whether or not he paid them off to keep silent. I mean, he's really good at covering up if he did do it. I mean, I know there were some out-of-court settlements because he just didn't want him to go to court or whatever.
Which is what Michael Jackson did.
Right.
Yeah, which doesn't imply guilt. It just means you don't want to be bothered with the crap.
Just shut the fuck up, take some money, because you want something from me, so here you go, bug off.
Exactly. I think it's funny, though, is that you said shut the F up, and then you said bug off. That's funny.
It's because Bill Cosby doesn't say fuck.
Yeah, because you remember, according to Eddie Murphy, Bill Cosby really ripped into him about that one. So, folks, for those of you who are previous listeners, I know you've gotten used to us. Actually, we were the first New England show that went live. We were the first. And I think, were we the only one, or like...
We were the only ones who were doing consistently live shows without pre-recording and doing editing.
Okay. So, but we're not going that route right now just because, I suck, I guess. So, we're going to be doing this podcast style. If you want to get involved in our discussions, if you have anything that, you want us to talk about, we'll set up something that we can make this interactive, because, interaction is the way to go. And you know what? Hopefully we'll be able to get that done, and, hey, if we can get people to like us and people start like investing, hey, who knows? Maybe I'll actually get a place to live that actually has really good internet service, and then we can like get calls and stuff, or maybe even have a studio or an office. Oh, slow down.
Or at least a Mexican to clean the floors.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what? I can't even afford to pay a Mexican to do anything right now. I like to have a Consuela do my laundry. Hey, Consuela, can you get me my underwear? No bueno, no bueno, no underwear, no. You go commando, you go. Something like that. That'd be nice. You know what? I think we should get a Mexican co-host.
And her name have those in New Hampshire?
I don't know. Well, didn't know they had black people in New Hampshire till I got here. So, I mean, I think we should just grab a random Mexican. We should go to Mexico and kidnap a Mexican and bring them here.
We don't have to go to Mexico to kidnap them, because as of January, there's going to be a whole bunch of them coming right in. We can just grab one in the stream. Just be like, hey, we need this
that's
Mexican.
Right.
Hold on.
That's right. Barry, Alabama is opening up the borders now. All right. Well, hey.
Well, he's doing the whole backdoor amnesty thing where right now any documented legal immigrant can bring in as many of their immediate family as they have and get them all legalized and paperworked.
Oh, well, isn't that charming? You know what? I don't even have an opinion on the immigration thing anymore, because you know what? They're... No matter what, like you're going to say, oh, wow, cost of living. and we got to up minimum wage and blah, blah, blah. You know what? Here's the deal. Things are in place the way they are for a couple of reasons. Primarily, big business needs to make big money. The more people that are here, the more money big business makes. And then they're not going to put the money back to the people anyway. They're going to line their own pockets. And if you up minimum wage, they're going to up the cost of everything, which means the minimum wage increase is just useless anyway, which means, hey, guess what? The value of the dollar goes down and people are going to lose jobs. So essentially, yeah, gas prices are going down and unemployment's dropping. Yeah, well, once the minimum wage increases, it's going to change. Sorry, I had to go a little bit. What is that, civics? Yeah, I had to do a little bit of civics for that ass right there.
I just want to be able to leave the country without getting ass raped.
I'd like that, but you know what?
You can come in, but you can't get out.
Yes, yeah, America's becoming a roadshow motel. You check in, but you don't check out. You can't leave.
There's another interesting one going on. I was hearing about it today. Apparently, the U.S. signed a UN arms treaty. Which basically says that anytime somebody wants to buy a gun that is made at another country, for example, let's take the Beretta. That's a popular 9mm. It's from Italy.
Right.
So essentially, if you want to go to a gun store after this takes effect, which I think is also in January, then you'll basically have to register.
Ooh.
Yep, you'll have to give them your name, your address, and all that good stuff. Now, the interesting part is, because it's all arms trade stuff, and they snuck in small arms. So, for example, if somebody, say, in Canada wanted to buy a Smith & Wesson, they would have to register. So, the moral of the story is, basically after January, if you want guns, buy only domestic, because if you or I decided to go out and buy a Smith & Wesson, we wouldn't have to register.
Yay!
Or so that's what it sounds like anyway.
Buy American made. It's all
That's
American made.
Yep, domestic gun sales are going to go up.
Woohoo! You know what?
If only I had something to shoot.
Oh, I have things to shoot. It's just that I'll go to prison if I do so. I mean, come on. I would love to bust a cap and beep. Yeah, I had to censor myself on that one. Lord knows I don't need to be incriminated, because if that's something
criminal
happens,
threatening.
Yeah, exactly. Then something happens to that person. Next thing you know, I'm black. I'm screwed.
Maybe Jesse Jackson will come. Shoot a white man.
There you go. Yeah, well, if I shoot, the person that I would want to shoot is white. Would, if that were the case.
If I were so inclined to may or may not possibly shoot, and maybe or may not, kind of, sort of,
maybe
but not
sort
really.
of. Buzzword. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Jesse and Reverend Al will show up to come to my defense then. I mean, hey, why not? I'm a victim here. I can't be held responsible for my actions. Yeah. It's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. Oh goodness. So, what have we figured out tonight? The dollar is going to be non-existent. Janice Dickinson is a psycho, and we're really hoping Bill Cosby didn't do it. And if he did,
he found Spanish fly.
Yeah, but he did have some Spanish fly. So you know what that? Oh, and Jackie's gonna have a hermaphrodite.
Ray! Wait.
Woohoo! Wow.
Well, at least it won't have Down syndrome.
There you go.
It passed that test.
Oh, well, that's good. Because I was going to say, so what if your kid was a hermaphrodite and had Down syndrome?
You can't. The tests don't lie.
The tests don't lie. Oh boy. What about cerebral palsy or Bell's palsy?
Well, you can't test for that, so.
Oh, okay. So
what's the difference? I'll just have to keep pushing it around. It'll first be in a carriage, and then in a wheelchair. Nothing will change.
That's true.
Changing its diapers.
Or you know what you could always do is just like graft a Segway to its legs, and just let it go. It could be like Paul Blart. Your kid's gonna be Paul Blart, mall cop. A hermaphroditic Paul Blart. That's awesome.
I'd settle for a hermaphroditic, what the hell's his name? Who's that crazy quantum physicist who...
Stephen Hawking?
There you go.
So you want your kid to be hermaphroditic Stephen Hawking?
Yes.
So it's just sitting in the chair. I don't know what's going on. Nah, nah, nah.